So I just wanted to real quick add to what I was saying about ranges and value. So for that mRNA, I was showing you the 5 minute chart, right? So I created all these values within the day, and then you could start to see how the values started to align to make even bigger values or bigger levels, right? So as of right now, the high of the value in this, if we zoom out and we're just looking at all of these days as kind of one big day, or a couple, just a couple candlesticks, we're going to say that the high of the value is up here at 412, and then the low is near 365 here, right? And the inflection here is at 386, 387, right? So if you're down here, say we're in an uptrend, on a bigger time frame uptrend, you're bullish on this, you want to get in. Well, within this time frame of these 6 days, we're at the bottom of this range, so this is a great time to get in because this is the bottom of the range. And what happens at bottoms and tops? Well, they just keep bouncing, right? So you get in here with the idea that it'll eventually make its way all the way to 412. Then you partial or get all the way out, or hear that there's news and they might break through it, retest, and then you add in. So then I wanted to add further to this idea. So then so then for this 5 minute, I'm going to change it to a 60 minute, and you can see how these levels align here. So remember I was saying that the top of this range was up here. Well, look, it lines up pretty damn well with even another 4 or 5 days back, right? So that makes sense right there, 410, 412. And then this low here lines up with the low over here, like that. So really, we have a pretty good range here now between here. And we got the most of that information just in these last few days. You don't need all of this necessarily. Every day can give you range and values, and then if you start to add them up, you can start to already picture where the big levels are, and you zoom out, and most likely those big levels are also big levels back here. So what I also wanted to say was, to me, everything is a range or a consolidation. So everything has a top and a bottom, and then it eventually breaks and goes to the next top and bottom. So if you were looking at mRNA on a 1 minute chart, so say today, say we knew of this range here, and I think this is what Tyler was saying, why it was just clear as day here. Say we really liked this support level down here, right? Price is near the bottom here, right? So what are we? Are we bullish or are we bearish? Well, we're bullish, right? Because as of right now, we are above the bottom of this range with all this amount to go, all the way back up to here, right? Or even halfway. The closer we get to the support here, the better the R&R is to get back up. So everything is just so basically what I'm saying is, okay, so we're down here, we're bullish as long as we stay above this bigger time frame support, right? So then how do we get in? We get in with the exact same way, just a different time frame. Here's that bigger time frame low right here, right? Price comes down. And what does it do? It bounces and creates what? A little range. The exact same thing. To me, this is the exact same idea as that bigger time frame range. Top and bottom right here. Even though they're only 1 minute candles, it's the same thing as that bigger time frame. We have stops above here. We have stops below here. To me, it's a long if it's up here. It's a short if it's up here. Like when I first started trading, I didn't know the bigger time frame. I didn't know how to connect the dots with the bigger time frame. So to me, if I saw a trending down here like this stock and I saw a consolidation, I might have thought it was still trending down, right? Because it was negative news. And I was like, oh, it's negative, it's going down. So I would have seen this consolidation because I understood these pretty early. I would have said, well, as soon as it breaks the low of this, it's a short, which it is a short, but then now we're a lot better, and we zoom out and we look and we see that we're shorting right into a huge support, right? So unless RVOL was super high, which it wasn't, it was only 75%. If RVOL was 300%, it very well could have broken through that, but it was only 75%. So now you use this range and you use this range and you combine them. So how do you combine them? Well, this is telling you that you're at the bottom here at support. So we know it's probably going to bounce. Then you have this here. So we're way more bullish on this, right? We want price to break above this as opposed to below it. And sure enough, it breaks above it. And what does it do? It just keeps going up because you had that bigger time frame push idea, and you get in through the smaller time frame range right here because the same thing happens on a small time frame. And you could even have 15-second candles. It's the exact fucking same thing. You'll see consolidations everywhere, breakouts everywhere. I mean, maybe not on that small of candles because I don't know, I'd have to see them, but in my mind, every one of these candles is also making a 15-second. They're making 4 15-second candles, and they're making breakouts and ranges in every candle here. Right? It's all the time frame. What's your time frame? So yeah, that's all I wanted to go over. It was just like you have the bigger idea, which is the exact same sort of like it's the exact same way of thinking as you do on a smaller time frame. You just combine them. You combine the levels. You combine the bigger trend support level with the smaller range breakouts, and then you combine them, and then that's when you make the good trades here.